Look who's back at it, causing all that static. It's the one, the only Fanatic. How is everyone doing? November 20th, Thanksgiving right around the corner. Breezy, blustery day. The other day it was freezing out. How is everyone doing? Coming in the touchdown, Udo, whatever you want to call it, touchdown. And that's how you come in. That's how look at Judas Priest. Thanks to the California kid, Uncle Joey. You know, the Udo, I asked you, I wanted to pay for it. You didn't, of course, you didn't take the money, but this was unexpected, appreciated, not necessary, but the check's in the mail. Now, can you let my mother out of the basement? Just kidding. Uncle Joey always comes through. Generous guy, great guy. I mean, not like me, but, you know, somebody's got to be a bastard. Somebody's got to be a nice guy. So the Ruby is, I don't think he had too good of a week. So I'm not really going to steal his thunder. I'm not going to say nothing about it. He said I could mention fantasy, if I want to, because he doesn't want his videos to be too long. Fantasy's doing okay. I mean, could be better, but could be a lot worse. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. One league, just keep finding a way to win, and the other one, men's and men's, and the other one, the lucrative one, men's and men's. The one I'm, kind of, steamrolling them, and then one for the gift card for the merchandise, the apparel. We're in second. I don't know how that person only has one loss. I know they beat whoever it is, beat me pretty good, but only one loss. Some of the people probably at the bottom don't care no more. They're not, I mean, I haven't gotten anything. I keep rolling my gift card into the entrance fee, and then they keep raising it, so they just take it all back. It's a unending cycle. I really wasn't going to do it, and they said, "Oh, we'll give you your entry and $10 or $20 voucher, blah 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 blah, for to join their sports book casino." So I said, yeah. You got till the end of the year. I don't know if you can use it for merchandise, or if I win or come in second or third, add it up and maybe get something, get out and get done with them. But we'll see. Like I said, men's and men's. Movie time. Me. Wait a minute. Me and the missus saw a movie called. See, now this is really aggravating me. I can't remember the name of the movie me and her saw again. I gotta stop. I gotta lay down for a while sometimes. I'll tell you, you guys, of course, you've all seen Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Good movie. The second one, yeah, I take it with a grain of salt. I didn't see the newest one, but I'm planning on seeing it. But I did see the new Running Man, and before I saw the new Running Man, I watched the Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original Running Man, which I found out is not really the original Running Man, but the one that everybody knows about. So we were on an Arnold kick. And you know what's next for Arnold? Oh no, you don't remember? Stay tuned. You know what? The Running Man. I know they they gisted it up, and the runners aren't like all creatures or superpowers, a flamethrower built into his arm like the one with Arnold. But it's good. He's fighting for a cause as usual, and they try to flip it on him. It's kind of the same story, but he's not portrayed as a criminal in at the outset, and then they say, "Oh well, he did this, he left this kid," and which ain't true. But the original one, if you've seen it with Arnold, they said he was told to stop shooting the people who were asking for money, for food, and for water, for clothes, whatever they were asking for, and they doctored the video to make him do it, which we all know that watched it that he didn't do it. And this is a little bit the same, but not. It's not like, oh my, this guy's a war criminal or a defector or whatever. It was good. It wasn't great. It was a 7.5. Um, Movies are expensive. I mean, if you want to go see it, if you're bored and you really, enjoyed the other one, and you're like, the Fanatic said it was okay. Maybe I'll check it out. Well, wait till it comes on streaming, or if you already got the streaming, watch it. It's worth watching. I like that guy. He's a new guy that's catching my eye. Again, he doesn't have the one-liners, and the one-liners that Arnold has are a little corny. I mean, when you're back in the day, we laugh, but they're corny. This guy's just like, hey, fuck you, kill it. And the slime ball, the network guy, is not the host like the original one, which is Richard Dawson from Family Feud, which makes that even funnier. But he's behind the scenes in the booth. So that makes it not as funny as an antagonist, but it's still a good movie. The announcer is like a slick jive guy. African American, black, whatever you want to call him. I seen him. I just can't remember his name. He was pretty funny, but again, yeah, I like the original ones better, in my opinion. But it's worth watching. Running Man. Really looking forward to Wicked. I went to see the Running Man because the missus is a Wicked fan too. So, but we're gonna have to drag her, kicking and screaming. It's like pulling teeth with her. But we'll see. Hopefully next week before that Thanksgiving weekend. Depends on what we got going on. Maybe we'll sneak over there like a Saturday, like 7, 8 o'clock. I mean, they're showing it every hour on the hour. So, um, that other movie's escaping me. I'm sorry, man. And it wasn't bad. I just can't remember. Um, we saw a bunch of old ones. Like I said, The Predator, and The Running Man, and then the new Running Man. Um, oh boy, I can't remember. I'm bad. I'm letting you down. I'm sorry. Must be the weather. Well, I had a rough weekend. I had a lot of BS, a lot of bullshit to take care of, a lot of extra work. But I'm making a little extra money. I gotta do whatever I can to survive. Because these football teams ain't doing their part. But I don't want to step on anyone's toes. The roundup's tomorrow, so get ready for that. Let's just talk about a couple things. Let's talk about a policeman, a cop, working security at the football game. Um, I believe it was it the Alabama game or no? I can't remember. But the cop, I think it was Texas A&M against South Carolina, and the cop pulls the South Carolina guys on they're walking the guy up the tunnel because he obviously just got hurt. He's wearing shoulder pads and a helmet. He's not going to do anything. He's not trying to get away. He's not invading or going restricted area. And the cop was stuck his nose in where it wasn't necessary. Um, and the videos, the video again, it was in a tunnel going to the medical or whatever, to the locker rooms. So the video ain't great, but I mean, I heard it from a couple people, a couple sources. One of them was like the I forget the guy's name on Herb. I can't think Herb Street. Was talking about it on one of the shows, and my good pal Uncle Lou. Not, he's not my pal. I like him. I enjoy his videos. I wish he would give me a shout out like I'm always giving him. But Uncle Lou, he really went into it. I'm just gonna briefly breeze over it. The cop overstepped his boundaries. He wasn't there. There was nothing going on. But like again, Uncle Lou said it best. Some of these cops are just, and they're the ones that give them a bad name. They just they're over the top. They were picked on or they were bullied, so they became a cop, and now they get revenge on everybody else, and they've taken it out on everybody else because of their high school years or their father, whatever. Um, Another thing, speaking of football players, what is Cam Scadaboo doing getting involved in a staged wrestling thing? Yes, it is scripted. The outcomes are predetermined, but you can still get hurt. And you can still push somebody, and it takes force to push somebody. You don't know if anybody in the arena spilled soda or beer or whatever behind you, or they're wearing you're wearing a boot for your injured ankle and probably grip shoes, and the person behind you might be wearing fancy loafers that aren't good for that kind of surface, the dress shoes, and slip and fall, and then you hurt your other ankle. That was kind of a bad look. I mean, I don't want you. I'm not saying these guys got to stay in the house, but you want to go to the event, go up in a booth. You guys all got connections. And I don't know what Abdul Carter did, but I was kind of fearing that guy. Said, "Oh, I'm a Giant hater. Oh, this guy's gonna be like Micah Parsons and tear the league up." That kid ain't got the heart. I don't think he doesn't show me nothing. And again, I'm not I don't watch every play, but I'm hearing things. And I did watch the Bear game, and I watched another game, one of the standalone games. Didn't hear his name called, so. Again, he already signed in that contract where he was drafted. He's already made more money than most of us, or all of us on here, on watching this program. Probably. I mean, unless there's some big wig watching, and why ain't you help me out yet? Why don't you tell somebody get this thing rolling? Well, but whatever. He's already made more money than he should make, really. But it is what it is. Again, there's that word. Um, Another thing, while we're on the subject, um, I believe that the players really, they got a right to go, renegotiate, and I mean, I wouldn't think they have a right to hold out, but the union. But when you sign a contract, if you're not injured and you're cleared by the doctor, you got to get out there and do something, don't you? I mean, again, I never was in that predicament, but I played even sandlot football, street foot. No, yeah, sandlot field football. I wanted to win. I wanted to do everything I can to win. I wanted to score, and these guys, I again, we're beating the dead horse. I think if the pay was scaled by winning, I mean, not everybody's going to win, but effort, you'd see a better game. Because some of these guys, I'm gonna whiff on this tackle here. It's 27-7. I'm not gonna get down and let the guy walk in the end zone, and or am I gonna finish the route? We're already down. Makes the game worse. I mean, college, most of the time they're busting their, you know what, but even in a couple of big college games, they're not scrubs. I know all the lesser known teams, if they're playing somebody like Notre Dame or Ohio State schedules a couple cupcakes, they're really in their battle and they're just not good enough. But when Ohio State's playing um, Purdue, after halftime when they know they can't win, they're not. It doesn't. It looks like they're half-assing it. Rutgers is playing them this week. After it's 30-0 or 28-6, 28-3, you think the Rutgers guys know they can't win, and Ohio State's going to just go through the motions too? Do you really? That's not a competition. I mean, I know you got to play whoever's on your schedule, but I don't know. I don't know how to solve the problem. And I know NIL, um they're going anywhere. Likeness and whatever that scenario is, likeness and image. They're going wherever they want. It's not like they sign for the school and they're 2-3 years and then they either draft out or declare for the NFL draft, or they're not good enough and they just stop playing. They go, oh, we'll go here and try it. This guys have been in 5-6 years. They're 26, 27 years old. Come on. I mean, I know the NFL is a dream, but come on. UFL, that's probably not a dream, but that's like, oh, getting college, I didn't get enough reps, or I didn't put enough good tape, blah, blah, blah. I'll join this league, or I made the NFL and I thought once you made it, you didn't have to put the work in, and now I'm in the UFL to re-establish my name. One guy from the Vikings, the defensive tackle, did it. God bless him. And the guy from the Cowboys, Kevon Turpin, was a slot receiver, and he got cut a couple times, so he went there and he was a kick returner was he a kick returner for the Stallions? I don't remember. I think so. And he made the NFL. So then, they're looking. If they see talent, they're looking anywhere, especially kickers. There's like three or four kickers in the NFL that were in UFL that flew under the radar. And believe it or not, I think there's a couple quarterbacks that should have got more of a look. Because this weekend in the NFL, Kirk Cousins is starting again. Flacco's still holding on until Burrow's clear. And if I was Burrow, I wouldn't even come back this year. They're not in it. And he's always hurt anyway. Glass jaw Joe. I wouldn't come back. I mean, he got the money. I mean, he's trying to show everybody he wants to play. Great. I mean, that's what people would like, but you're out of it. I mean, I can't knock the guy, but again, Cousins is getting the start. David Mills is playing for the Texans. You know what I'm saying. Flacco, Rodgers is all washed up old man too. Wentz, stop. But the NFL doesn't need my advice. They're making money hand over fist. We're going. I heard it was $100 to park the car. I thought that was a lie. If you don't have a parking pass, and I think the parking pass is like $70, you should be like $40 or $50, and that's even a lot. Or you get it in your tickets and it's prorated, but whatever. It used to be like $10 and people didn't want to pay. $15. I mean, come on. When's enough? I mean, I know the players make a lot. What about the poor sucker that's taking the tickets? That's making he's not making more than minimum wage too. But some days it's cold, rainy, or broiling hot out there. I'm sure they could. Why don't you give them all $2 more? No, that's not good. They're making enough. They're making 20. Who are they? I don't know. Well, I knew a couple people that worked concessions, then they moved up to merchandising. They weren't making bad money for, 20, 18, 19, 20 year olds. I mean, I was even thinking about doing it, but I don't want to work during the games. I mean, if hypothetically, if the Izod Center was still there, I probably would want to do hockey or basketball if it was there, or a couple of those other events. I just wouldn't want to work on a Sunday. I mean, like now, if there was a game now and I had to be there at 5 o'clock, I'm not doing nothing. I can use the money. It's right by my house, but that's a dream. I did ask. I didn't like pursue it, but I asked, "Hey, if you work for FanDuel, yeah, you can't gamble there." So, and you can't even. I don't even think he. I don't even think if I asked or inquired if you could bet on the horses. And because I'm not a FanDuel customer, I have placed bets there, even though I'm not a signed up on the internet. But I have placed bets there since that incident. But I just I don't know. You got too much red tape, and then I think they did say, "Oh, it's frowned upon betting on the horses here too." And I enjoy that every once in a while, like to go over there and have a chuck buffalo wings or hamburger, bet on a couple horses, couple races, get out of the house. But I don't know. Maybe after the football season, I'll take another inquiry. I just don't want to stand outside. I'll stay in the arena, in the grandstand, anywhere you want. I'll stay there all day if you're paying me over $20 an hour. I'll stand there. You have to throw me out for $22, $23 an hour. But again, and the Prudential Center's a pain in the ass to get down there. You got, 21's a nightmare. Then I think they got a satellite parking lot. You got to walk, or maybe they have a tram. I don't even know. I didn't ask about that because it's a pain in the ass to get there. But right here would have been doable in the day. I was, I don't know. I always wanted to do. I'm always wanted to work at the arena for some reason. Perked my interest. Maybe to meet the, but I don't really want to meet the bands because you know it's what they say. You meet your heroes, will probably let you down. So that is what it is. Just now to make a little scratch, I wouldn't mind doing it. So I'd rather hit the lottery and do nothing. But you know that story if you've been here. If you haven't, where you been? When my ship comes in one day, I'll be at the airport. You know the whole deal. Um, Other than that, just going through the motions, it gets getting dark. I mean, sad. It's you get a little gloom, you get a little winter depression or whatever it is, lack of sun. There's a name to it. There's a name for everything. Just like there's a month, depression month, dementia month, breast cancer. Everybody's got to have a cause. What about this, guys? Get behind this guy, the Fanatic. It's like I said, if I'm in your corner, you got someone solid. You got a rock behind you. If I'm not, that's a story for another day. I'll give a quick shout out and then wrap this puppy up. If you live in this area, you're looking for a good meal, not the decent price, quiet, a couple drinks. Blackjack Mulligan's has 3 locations. Again, here's another free shout out. What about me? You know, I don't know. Maybe I gotta turn over a new leaf and not be nice no more. I mean, I don't know. The old me, I don't know. I was happier. I think I was happier as the old me, but I'm older, supposed to be older and wiser. Blackjack Mulligan's Brew House, or whatever they call it. There's one in Hawthorne, the old stomping grounds where I grew up. Um, there's one in Garfield by Walmart. Is it Garfield? Yeah, I think it's Garfield. And there's one in Woodland Park off of Route 46. So if you're in the mood for a little nice, you know, decent portion, decent price, good food, couple of quick shots, relaxed atmosphere, try the French onion soup. You like French onion soup? You're gonna love it. You're gonna want to go back again and again. I want to go there every other day, every week, because you can't eat that every day or twice a week. So Blackjack Mulligans, check it out. See what you think. Put it in the comments. It is another freebie from the old Fanatic. Again, there's another guy blabbing about food on the network. That's jump into that. Yeah, there's so many of them. There's like 3 or 4 of them. And then there's one nerd. Yeah, I mean, they're probably all nerds, but the one guy's supposed to be was a football player, maybe was in the service. He's all, he's all, he doesn't like everything, but he doesn't really slam them like I would. But enough about that. Enough about my complaining. You don't want to hear about my problems. You're here to laugh at my pain. You're here to learn something, or here to, hopefully I don't make you cry, but maybe crying, laughing so much you're crying. But we'll take it for what it's worth. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be thankful for who you got in your corner. Check on your family and friends. Don't hold a grudge. Reach out to someone who you might think is lonely. They'll probably appreciate it. Never too late to say you're sorry. Never too late to extend an olive branch. And as always, please always remember and never forget, opinions, except for mine, are like Fanatic looking for a warm spot. Till next time, peace.